Whether it's a result of age or childbirth, women are flocking to our next guest for help with stress urinary incontinence, which is a common problem among women today, affecting as many as 40% of women and also increases drastically with age. So how does Dr. Zebrowski of ZMD Center help these women and possibly could help you? Well, lucky for us, he joins us now. Doctor, welcome back. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Well, let's first dive in and talk about, you saw this need out there. You saw there was a problem out there and no real solutions.
It's almost an epidemic when you have 40 up to 60%. And as their age increases, their chance of having spontaneous urinary incontinence is increasing and getting worse. And it's a real problem.
And something else that increased after the first segment here on the Morning Blend, you received a lot of calls and you received a lot of questions about the procedure that can help this problem.
Yes, we had questions about the payment in terms of insurance. And of course, anytime there's a new cutting edge technology, insurance isn't going to pay for it. But our goal is to try to find out that 95% of people, or women especially, are going to have a response to the treatment and get it out there. Because it really is an epidemic and we're only trying to get it to the masses. That's why we're here on the show and trying to get it out so we can help the people who really need it.
Well, let's talk about the actual procedure. Let's talk about the treatment. What is it? Of course, I have the lovely Kristen joining me here and in a chair.
Right. If we look on our board, we talk about Kegel maneuvers, and Kegel maneuvers are something that you actually have to sit or get in a position or contort to do a Kegel maneuver. The action potential in a simple Kegel maneuver is minimal. This chair, you can sit in a chair comfortably and 28 minutes get over 11,000 Kegel maneuvers. So we're really reaching the holy grail. We're actually having machines work and be able to build up your musculature. And by doing so, we're changing the angles within the pelvis and we're eliminating urinary incontinence.
And this, again, something that a lot of women don't want to talk about, we're embarrassed to talk about, but you say how common it is. So I want to hear from you. First off, is this uncomfortable at all? Because of course, I'm assuming you get some questions about that as well.
Yes.
Not at all. It's very tolerable. It's just a matter of sitting.
And Kristen, you actually are a patient of Doctor. What are you able to get after your treatments? How was it able to help your life?
I definitely have had less frequency of the need to actually use the restroom, which is something that is pretty common for me. So
a win-win in your book, and all you had to do was sit there.
Yes.
And again, Doctor, what is it that you want people out there to know? I know we're going to hear from another patient as well, but what do you want people to know out there? Because like you say, you want to really address this epidemic, as you put it.
Right. Well, we've had the chair for about a month, and we've been doing treatments, and each time we hear more and more heartbreaking stories about women who can't run, they change their daily activities, they don't drink in the morning and evening until the evening before they go work out because they're afraid of, spilling, and it's really changed what they can do or how they live. So we're all about trying to make and change their life.
Well, let's go ahead and listen to another patient.
I said that when he talked about the chair, I said, well, sometimes when I sneeze, I get the urge to cross my leg, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I thought that you took care of this. And he's like, well, it's age, pushing 50, and having kids. It's just the way that it is. The equipment gets weak, okay? So he's like, try it. And I did it, and there's a huge difference. I don't even actually have to cross my legs. It made like a phenomenal difference. What it does is it kind of takes place of doing Kegels, which a lot of people don't have the time or the energy, and quite frankly, it's uncomfortable to sit there and try to do Kegels. It's just weird, and it's very uncomfortable to try to do them. And it kind of takes the place of that, and the chair does it for you. And it works miracles. It's wonderful.
The chair, that electromagnetic waves that pulse around the muscles that force tightness to occur from the inside all the way to the outside. I think it was 30 minutes, 25 or 30 minutes you sat on this chair reading a magazine. That's probably the most I ever sat down and relaxed in my normal day. And there was nothing to lose. There was no pain. There were no ill effects. There were no ill side effects. It was actually good.
Again, life-changing. You can really tell how it impacts everybody's day-to-day life listening to that patient there. And I know right now is a good time to call. You've got a special offer, right?
We do. We want to help people throw away the pads, and we're going to be able to show them how well this works and how we're going to change their life. And ZMD Center for Face and Body Rejuvenation and Medical Spa is going to be an active participant in helping them become a new person.
Great. There's all the information on your screen. Again, thanks for coming in and sharing this important procedure and information with us today.
Thank you.